Oh, hey guys, what's up? Here with another episode of Cosplay Bites, the show all about cosplay commentary and just all around news about conventions and stuff. Switching my guest around for this month due to my initial plans being disrupted because Sutafani Rozu got sick from Katsu, so we're pushing it back a week. But instead, I've got my buddy David. Hi, David.
Hey guys.
You may know him as. I'm gonna butcher your last name. I'm sorry. David.
The opposite of yes.
Oh, it's just no.
Yep, nice and simple like that. So
It's silent. I don't know why. Okay. Yeah. You may know him from his handle as DT Jam. And if you've been to my blog like since its inception, there is a 100% chance you've seen his shots because I've used them as much as I can. Like I can always count on David to take a shot at something at a con I know he's at of a cosplayer that I wanted to talk about on my blog. So he's here, and we're going to talk about a little bit about Katsucon. I want to save that for Stephanie when she comes on next week, and mainly about how he got started as a photographer and all that. But before that, just a quick little housekeeping stuff. Currently, throughout this whole month, I've been helping out in celebrating and promoting Black cosplayers with the whole 28 Days of Black Cosplay. So pretty much every feature post this month, I should say, has been around cosplayers like Mika Burton, Alley Cat Cosplay, Aka Kyoga, Ayumi Nini, and then I'm ending it with Jihatsu next month on the last day of February. And then after that, March is going to be where I kick in the Katsucon features. And I've also got an interview coming up. The start of March. So look forward to that. And upcoming cons, I'm going to PAX East for a day. So that should be fun. I don't think I'm going to wear Riku as a test run. Just because I don't want to stress out about my cosplay. And there's an odd fat chance that I don't think I'd be able to bring his Keyblade prop that I have with me here in my room. And other than that, yeah. So how long have you been photographing people?
let's see. So depends on what you consider my start point. I've been going to con since about 2006, but I only had like a simple point and shoot camera at that point. So
Right.
I kind of disowned all those pictures. And I would say my start with like a real DSLR was 2011. So that's typically where I say my quote unquote career started.
Yeah, so you've been going to con for a long time then. Yeah.
Quite a while, yeah.
Over 10 years. Do you have like any favorite kind of con or favorite con in general?
My top four generally is Katsucon number 1, Dragon Con number 2, Colossal Con number 3, and then Holiday Matsuri as number 4.
So all of those would be considered quote unquote anime con. So I guess you tend to flock to those a little more.
Dragon's kind of iffy, it's a bit more of a party, just crazy costume. But other than that, yeah, I would generally say they fall under the anime scene.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no, I how the hell did we meet? Did you find me? Did we find each other online? Is that it?
I remember seeing you at New York at Jessica's booth that one time. That was the first time we met like face to face. But otherwise, I just remember seeing you on Twitter and shit. So
yeah, when I was watching her booth. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. No, David, fantastic. I mean, the guy Whenever he sees me at a con, he'll just say like, "Love your outfit." Take a quick photo. I'm like, "Yeah, sure." By the time I get situated with a pose, he's done. He's like, "Boom, one shot taken, done. All he needs," and then he walks away. Like, "Oh, that fast."
I'm known for being quick, and yep, that's the way I like to do it. Yeah.
And then he was really awesome in helping me do a little mini photo shoot with me at Katsucon last year. Yeah, it was last year. I had the wig for Prompto. I didn't when I debuted him in 2016. Uh, so yeah, he did that for me, and that ended up having one of my favorite cosplay photos of myself taken of all time, which I use pretty much mostly everywhere on my social media. And yeah, so I guess we've known each other for a couple of years now, and it not just me, but like a lot, like almost every single cosplayer that I've known, like appreciate the work that David does for the cosplay world. And yeah, photos are always awesome.
Hey, thanks, man.
And I'm drinking water. Okay. Um. So you started going to cons 2006, and then professionally, I guess you started with your DSLR in 2011.
Yep.
So it's just mainly you carrying around that same camera, or like have you upgraded?
Oh yeah, I've upgraded a lot actually since then. Because yeah, back then I started with a Canon T3i, and since then I've upgraded twice. Once to a Canon 5D Mark III, and then a Canon 5D Mark IV. Once that eventually came out.
Okay. See, my brother would probably know this more than I do because I just use my phone, man.
Oh yeah, I don't blame you. It's a lot of techno babble at times.
No, that's good. That's good. I'm sure whoever listens to this episode, like I know I have a few people that like to listen to each of my episodes. Someone's gonna appreciate this. So the more the merrier. Let me see what I got. So you started going in 2006. How did that come about? Like, how did you just decide I want to go to cons?
I was basically, let me see, how did that happen? Oh yes, I remember now. Okay, so I was at I had a class in my community college that was about video game literature, and then I just remember hearing people talking about this thing called Sakura-Con, and then I found out it was like a local anime thing. I was really into DDR at the time though, so I heard they had DDR there for free, and basically I
Ooh.
paid to get in, and looked around. I was also into collecting video games a lot, so I went, bought some video games, played some DDR, and I was like, oh, this is kind of neat. Only did the one day at the time, but yeah, after that, started gradually going to more and more, and look at me now. I go to 25 or 30 a year. So
Oh my god! I wish I had that time and the money to do that. I wish. I wish. I mean, I know there's still a couple of cons I'd love to go to at least once for like bucket list reasons. So like Con is one of them. Maybe Dragon Con is another one. I'd I'd love to go to San Diego just to experience it.
I always say everybody should do San Diego at least once, because that used to be my favorite con, but it's not what it used to be. I'll just say that.
No, because I mean, I kind of get that experience from New York, but I mean, like San Diego is like the OG Comic Con,
Pretty much, yeah.
so I'd love to go to it at least once. I mean,
And in
I'm
its prime, SDCC was much better than New York. I will say that too.
it's better than New York.
In my opinion, it was when it was during its prime. Now, I would say I prefer New York for the cosplay scene. But yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Both cons have definitely grown exponentially
that for sure.
as soon as like when gaming started getting more popular and then all the superhero movies started coming out
Yep.
and then comics started exploding a bit more.
You notice that too at some of the gatherings, like at Dragon Con, like back when I first started going, like you would see all the at the Marvel gathering, it would be all the comic book characters and in their comic book costumes. Now if you go, there's like so many MCU, so many DCU characters. Yeah. Not even nothing wrong with that. You know, you cosplay what you enjoy, but it's a change in climate for sure.
Right, right. So Katsucon's your favorite. How was it this year?
Pretty good. The weather was scaring everybody at first since the forecast kept shifting. You know, like the Saturday and Sunday were the days where it was flip flopping between rain and snow, like all throughout the week. And then it ended up being sunny all weekend. So it was like the best weather situation for the con. If you had been there, man, we would have done a shoot outside too. It was that good. So
Was it that warm?
I mean, I'm weird, and I was walking around with a tank top, and everyone was freaking out.
I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm wearing short sleeves right now. I wear short sleeves in the weather, so
Yep.
yeah.
But for someone like me, you know, I'm used to the Seattle weather, so as long as the wind didn't hit me, I was fine.
Yeah, so yeah, Trump. We're gonna get more into Katsucon next week, but so you saw like all. What were the standout groups? I mean, I'm gonna probably guess and say Glad's DK's Mythic Overwatch group was a standout.
That was one of them. Yeah, the group stuff I didn't really see too much of, but as for like individual costumes, I did see a lot of good ones of those. Like my personal favorite was Giveaway Studios as the Prowler from Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Okay.
That's a character you don't see too often, and then he just did it so well with the glowing lights.
Right, right.
And then there was also, let me see, who are some of the other good ones? Miss Moore cosplay, she did like a female Miles Morales. I really liked her makeup job on that.
Oh yeah, I think I saw that outfit.
Yeah. And then Rage Gear props, he had a cool Kamui Woods with like the wooden arm thing. Looked really nice.
Oh yeah, yeah, from My Hero. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then just for a funny one, my friend Who Diggia and Heart Attack, they were the guys from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. You know, I like weird stuff like that. So
No, yeah, yeah. I saw those shots. Yeah, yeah. Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
but I'd say those are my favorites out of the ones I saw there, or definitely the most memorable ones at least.
Yeah. Stuff I saw like tidbits of there was Azura cosplay's gorgeous Zelda.
Yep, that was a good one too.
And then she posted, I think, her story like a highlight of I want to say it was the three um the three friends of Mulan in their
Oh, the white makeup.
the female makeup, yeah, from the ending part of the movie. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That was pretty hilarious.
I didn't actually run into them. So yeah, when I did see those, I was like, man, kind of sad I missed that.
Yeah. So is it still like unless you're doing stuff like you did with me where you're taking people out on mini photo shoots, is it still just you just point and click and shoot and done?
Pretty much. If it takes more than 10 minutes, I'm doing a horrible job, is the way I see it. And usually the only time I'm there for more than 10 minutes is if I'm waiting on somebody else to finish so I can get my turn in.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure.
So yeah, I like to do it in and out. And typically 5 minutes or less is what I
Right.
accomplish.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Is there any memorable like was there one con during a particular year that you have fond memories of as like one of your all-time favorites, or did your all-time favorite keep getting like moved around as more cons happen throughout the years?
Um, I would say it keeps getting shuffled around quite a bit because yeah, there's always, you know, something there'll always be an event with like suddenly all this super cool stuff shows up and then I'm like, oh man, that was my favorite at that time. And then it just keeps changing and changing. Like Dragon's usually one of my good ones because you know, again, I like the weird stuff that you don't see every day. And Dragon is known for all that kinds of stuff.
Yeah, like they touch on like the anime and the movies and the comic books and gaming, but then they also touch on like the Brooklyn Nine Nines or like the Rick and Mortys or
Salute Your Shorts from Nickelodeon, like all the old school TV shows.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
yeah, just weird stuff like that is what I love to see. So
um, is BlizzCon always a good one for you?
typically it is. You get a lot of good quality armor stuff there. In all honesty, I'm not the hugest Blizzard fan besides from Overwatch and Diablo. So sometimes it's like, oh man, that guy looks so cool. I don't know what he is, but I'll still take his picture.
I don't play WoW anymore because I recently unsubbed again because money.
Mhm.
And but I mean that's probably the most lore I know of, so I can appreciate the stuff from that side of Blizzard's uh collection. But I mean, all the stuff I I love the Overwatch character designs, and I know jack shit about StarCraft.
Yep, the same. Yeah. StarCraft like goes whoom right over my head. Like, wow, at least I played, up till Burning Crusade, but that yeah, that was so long ago. So yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, I guess people aren't happy with how Battle for Azeroth's going in terms of the story,
Mhm.
from what I've read. So, I don't know. Let me think. Favorite. This might be a tough one. Favorite franchise that you enjoy to shoot photos of. So like you could be like, oh, I really love shooting Final Fantasy cosplays, or oh, I really love shooting, characters from Borderlands, like stuff like that. Like,
Okay, so yeah, maybe this is too broad of a franchise choice, but basically Marvel comics, like the actual comic characters. Again, like when I mentioned that Dragon Con Marvel shoot, I used to love going to that shoot because you would see like some of the most obscure like characters that I grew up with from the 90s, like in costume form.
okay,
So like you'd see like the New Warriors, like the original like X-Force lineup, and Galactus and his heralds, just bizarre stuff like that. And I was like, oh man, that's the kind of stuff I love shooting the most. So yeah,
yeah,
the classic Marvel characters, I would say.
yeah. No, no, that's reasonable. I mean, I'm a sucker for Final Fantasy cosplays
Yep.
and Kingdom Hearts. Like I know there's always a gathering happening right in front of the Square Enix booth at New York Comic Con
Yep.
almost all the time. Every time I walk by, it's like, oh, there's a new collection of Kingdom Hearts people. Oh, look at that. There's a bunch of Final Fantasy people. How about that? So,
You can always count on certain things like that. Yeah.
yeah. Was there a Kingdom Hearts 3 explosion at Katsu?
Not that I noticed. As far as I could see, like I was kind of surprised at the lack of Kingdom Hearts cosplay, in my opinion. Maybe I was just hanging out in the wrong spots, but I was kind of
Maybe.
like, oh yeah, there's not that many that I'm seeing.
Yeah, that's how I always think. Like, any Frozen 2?
There were some like let's see, more elaborate Anna and Elsa's. Like I honestly haven't seen that teaser trailer yet, so
Oh,
it's news to me. But yeah, other than that, I did not see too many Frozen either. Like there was like a post-apocalyptic variant that I remember seeing, but
oh,
that was basically it.
oh my God. Yeah, that's the other thing, because like the Frozen 2 trailer drop, I don't think Cascon was probably a week or two away, and I'm like, so who's gonna do it?
Yeah.
Who's
The
gonna do
one I was wondering,
it?
yeah, was like if anyone was going to do Apex Legends, and since that suddenly blew up right before the con. But as far as I'm aware, I did not see any Apex Legends either. So
Well, the con season just started, so I'm sure.
next con, yeah, different
Yeah,
story. Sure.
there's probably gonna be Frozen 2 of Elsa in that shot in the beginning of the trailer or whatever. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna see Kingdom Hearts 3 blow up at PAX East probably and New York, because yeah, should be
Now
a
that
good
they've got more
time.
time to work on the costumes, yep, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, there's only one part of my Riku cosplay that I may not wear when I wear it because it's too big on me, because I misjudged the sizing. I should have went smaller instead of what I usually do, which is a medium.
Ah,
So,
lessons learned. Yeah.
lessons learned when I buy stuff from this particular company. Favorite aspect of the whole shooting process? Like, is it taking the photo, or is it like the minimal edits that you do
For
afterward?
me, it's definitely taking the pictures because yeah, I definitely have much more fun, just being on the hunt, wandering around all the time, saying, "Oh, let's try to find something cool." Like, I mean, while I do enjoy editing some of the pictures, that's usually the part that bogs down my process the most. So, if I could magically just take them perfectly off camera in a perfect world, that would be ideal. But no, that's sadly not the case.
Right. How long did I mean? How long did editing like a single photo take for you?
Depends on the picture. Like typically I would say about like 2 or 3 minutes normally. If I feel more inspired or if I notice like some flaws where I have to do a lot of correction, I'd say about 10 minutes. So again, I don't take as long as some people do because then I always read about some people taking an hour per picture, and I'm like, holy shit, I don't got time to do that.
Time for that. Yeah. 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 Hmm. Yeah. See, I could cut out all this silent stuff in post, but I mean, slowly but surely, I'm learning stuff as well.
No worries.
Um. So yeah, Marvel comics. Yeah, that kind of covers that. Anything else you want to add
Let's see.
or talk about, or like topics in the cosplay world that you want to discuss or bring up?
Let's see. Nothing too much in particular. I'm always like, yep. Feel free if you ever see me at a convention, ask for, and if I don't approach you, yeah, you're always welcome to come up to me, and I would gladly take your picture. That's always my policy too. The way I see it, it takes me a couple seconds and it brightens someone's day. So I'm more than happy to do that to anybody who sees me.
Oh yeah, I mean, it sure as hell brightened my day, and I know a lot of cosplayers appreciate the hell out of everything you do, and it's very appreciated because I know there's a lot of talk about like all the recent photographer scandals about the one guy who put up spy cams in the dressing room or whatever the frick, and then like
Yeah,
oh
crazy stuff that comes out. Oh yeah.
yeah, and then like cosplayers not being as diverse in terms of who they shoot with, but no, you shoot with anyone that sparks your eye in terms of like the costume that they're wearing. So
Pretty much, yep. Just give me
yeah,
some variety because, again, I don't want to just shoot one kind of person because that'll be boring. Part of the reason why I avoid certain conventions that are like specific to one show. Like I did a Star Trek convention one time and I was expecting, all these aliens and stuff, and it ended up only being people in Star Trek uniforms. So that kind of bored me pretty quickly.
oh my god,
Yeah. And then there was also like ZombieCon, which was a zombie theme convention. Like after like when I would see all the theme zombies, it was kind of cool. But then after a while, I just started like, oh, there's another, generic looking zombie, which again, dress as whatever you want. But yeah, like I want to be entertained too.
you'd think there'd be more variety at a zombie con slightly like
That
there's
was a kind of small one too, and then that one kind of died out after that year too. So that kind of explains that. Yeah.
oh god.
Yeah.
I feel like cons like KupoCon, the Final Fantasy one, would give you a lot of variety because everyone's so freaking different in every single game.
Yep. I imagine, yeah, ones like that could be potentially interesting.
Right. And then you got like, oh, have you ever been to E3?
Yeah, several times in the past, actually. Yeah. I used to buy my way in because they used to say that, oh, you got to be in the industry to get in, but you could technically pay like $500 and they would give you the badge
Oh my god.
regardless. And yes, I did that like gladly back in the day because you would get so much, nice freebies and getting to play all the games. I'm sadly no longer into the gaming scene as much as I used to be, and then they really, really, really decrease the quality of the stuff they give out, so I don't go out of my way to go to it anymore, unfortunately.
Right. So you have those top four cons that you pretty much go to every year if you're able to.
Pretty much for the most part, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then New York's one I know I see you at a lot. You don't do the PAX cons. Well, do
I
you?
did at one point, like again, yeah, like when I was back bigger into the gaming scene. The cosplay stuff has kind of died out there, so that's kind of the reason why I don't really do PAX too much anymore.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So, I guess you'd say that Katsucon was a good starting point to the convention season.
Definitely, yep, definitely a nice start, and hopefully, all the other major ones will be just as good, if not better.
Right. Yeah. I had to be an adult. I couldn't go.
Yep. Hey, there's always next year, man. So, yep, you come back. Well, it's good. Like I said, we will do another proper shoot.
Yeah. Yeah. By then, hopefully, Riku will be a lot more easier to manage and wear. And yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. Yeah.
Cool. Hopefully, we'll see you there then, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm definitely gonna plan on it next year. Because I mean, not going opened up to me going to PAX East for a day just for the hell of it. So I see some friends like Make the Seder. I think she's gonna be there. Um, Jenna-Lynn Meowry apparently is gonna be there. Probably working a booth. So that'll be fun. And yeah, that's the plan. All right. I guess we could wrap this up. Quick thing. As we were going, I was like, oh yeah, of course I forgot that. Shout out to all of my patrons over on Patreon. Shaylin, Noah, Cat Yuska Moonfox, Oh My Sophie, Coralia Jade, and Nicole Marie Jean. Was that 7 people? I wasn't counting.
I can't say I counted. Sorry.
Again, like this is a learning process. Like I just added this in for each new episode this year, so if I missed, I mean, I could cheat and
Add it in post.
or just look at it right now, and people won't mind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh yeah, that was everybody. Sweet. Okay. Yeah. So I have my Patreon. If you want to look at it, it's free to view. Mostly public stuff. If you sign up, I send you goodies in the mail. And Blue Lightning Cost is where you can find me on all my social media and the Lightning Palace blog, of course, which is updated as much as I can. David, if they want to find your work, where do they go?
Got a variety of choices. I'm DT Jam on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, and just my main website, dtjam.com. Those are probably the best places.
All right. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Next week, Suta Fanny Ruzu and I already planned a day. We're going to go more in depth about her outfits from Katsucon and how the con was for her. So be on the lookout for that. Did you see her at the con?
Yes, I did actually. Yeah, at the Ebon Blade thing, I saw her, and then I saw her later on in her How to Train Your Dragon outfit too.
Right. Yeah, they came out really good. I'm proud of her. All right. Thanks for listening, guys. Take care. Bye.
Yeah.